Hi everyone. Okay, so in the vein of David Allen and getting things done, I decided I just need to put something out on my channel because I don't know what is going on so far this year, but everything is pandemonium. I mean, I put out the one little planner video because that was fairly quick and easy to show the setup of my planner, but as far as witchy topics, I'm kind of spastic at the moment. So, first things first, I had a wonderful trip to my family in Austria, and that is part of the problem. Because I guess I've had this feeling since the end of last year going into this year. I just feel like something big has to happen this year. Like everything's been stagnant, everything's been sitting and waiting for some big change in my life. And I'm not really sure what that is, what that needs to be, or what I need to be doing about it. I am attempting in the mornings to get a little bit of meditation done on this topic because that has come up in a big way in my tarot readings, just in the things that are showing up in my life in general. Shadow work, finding your inner self, listening to yourself, and finding the way within has been coming up in everything I've been doing. And it's kind of like, hit me over the head with the frying pan type of a thing. That if I want to find out what the big deal is, I'm going to have to do this work. And that has been really tough for me because when I am here at my family's home, my parents' home, I feel very restricted. Not by my family necessarily, but just by the energy in this place, in the home. They have, it's difficult for them, just work, finances, situation in general. And the house kind of reflects that, and I always feel a little bit paralyzed when I'm here, like I can't really do anything. So that's been an issue. Also, again, in the vein of making a big change, I did just make a very big decision in my own life, my setup, I guess you could say. And I am very nervous about how it's going to play out. But I am doing my best not to be nervous. I really want to just believe that the universe knows what it's doing. I have been getting this message for a long time that this change needs to happen, and it will happen, and everything will go well. I have been doing my best, but as said, nerves involved. So that is going to be over the next several months, this change, and I'll be talking about it more probably later. It's nothing huge, or it has to do with my home in Colorado. But I will be mentioning it because I am planning on doing some witchy work surrounding that. My house that I have, I have a rental property. I had my original house, and when I moved, I rented it out. And I had years worth of problems trying to get renters in, trying to keep renters in. It was a big hassle until I did a home blessing on the house and kind of gave it over to Frigga, and she was like, okay, finally, it took you long enough. And within a week, I had a great renter in the house. So I'm kind of going to do something similar, but in reverse and at a distance. So this is going to be some interesting witchy work, I believe, and I'm hoping that you guys can follow along for it. Now, for anyone who has been following the posts on Facebook, that is the one social media site I have been able to pre-prep a little bit. I don't have everything up there yet, but I have that a little bit more planned out than the rest. You'll notice that I have been doing a lot of posting about or I have been and I will be doing a lot of posting about herbs, about people who are known for their work with herbs and with healing, specifically related to nature, things like that. I think fairly soon, I think I've already done one post on Hildegard von Bingen, and that brings up the idea of mystics, and that's going to hopefully be another topic that I bring up later, because I find it kind of interesting, the differentiation between mystics and witches and good and bad as relate to monotheistic traditions. I find it kind of humorous. So I'm going to be exploring that a little bit more later, because it does fall in well with trying to mesh my beliefs with those of my Catholic family. All right, what else did I want to tell you about? I don't want to do a horribly long video, but again, I'm trying to keep this witchy themed. So spell work relating to the house, and oh, also big news, I finally took a step in the direction of creating my new Book of Shadows that I've been wanting for ages. I mentioned it, I think, in my Book of Shadows flip through, and I have gotten so far as to order some paper, just paper for pages, and I'm going to experiment and see if I like the paper and start putting together signatures. So that's where I'm at, and I will hopefully also allow you to follow me along on that journey as well. I really hope it turns out well. And I'm getting a little bit frazzled and can't remember what I wanted to talk about. So please do let me know how you like the posts on Facebook, and let me know if you want more detail on the house blessing in reverse that I'm going to be doing in a little bit. And Book of Shadows, actually, one more note on that. Sorry, I'm all over the place today, and this has been my life since the new year began. I'm totally just frazzled all over the place. But I've been watching all of the new YouTube Pagan Challenge Book of Shadows videos, because that was apparently the first month in January, all the questions about Book of Shadows, and that has been super fun, and it has helped me to remember that I wanted to redo my Book of Shadows. Also, the unfortunate thing of whenever I travel, I always wind up really missing my Book of Shadows, and that has helped me make a choice on sizing for the new Book of Shadows, because the binder, the 3-ring binder, is just not feasible for the travel that I do. So I am working with ideas for more portable options as far as paper, sizing, binding, etc. And I'll let you know how that goes. Okay, so that is the overview, I believe. I think that was all the main points I wanted to bring up. And then hopefully by next week I've been saying hopefully a lot, haven't I? But by next week I will maybe be a little more organized and have a better idea of some themes and topics. Oh, quickly before I go, I need your help. So my sister finally took a look at my blog. She's looked at it on occasion in the past, but not really much, just because she's not a computer person. And she told me that I may want to think about redoing my posts into something a little bit more user-friendly, like some sort of DIY project, or something that people can follow along with. And I think she's got a good idea. I would like to do something like that, but I have no clue really what you guys might like to see on the blog in that kind of theme. So if you have any projects, DIY projects you would like to see witchy-wise, maybe any kind of spell work or that sort of thing you would like to see an example of, let me know. Or what else? Maybe information, learning topics that you want to go over. Please do let me know. I want ideas and suggestions of what is it that you would really like to follow on my blog if I put it there. So that would be a great help to me. Okay. Thank you very much for dealing with me and my ranting. And I will be back again next week with the witchy stuff. Possibly Friday with another planner video because I promised my travel journal. So that's coming up Friday. See you then. Till then, have a wonderful week and all the best to you. Blessed be. Bye.